Let's review. We instructed our compose file to create a service called SmartBrain API, and this used the Docker file by using the build. Otherwise, we could have used something like image and we wouldn't need this parameter. It mapped the container's internal ports, 3000, to the host port, that is my computer. And upon all this execution, we run npm start to start our server. We also learned about the command docker compose run, where we can run this service, which will run the command that we have established here. However, with docker compose, run isn't that useful because we ideally have multiple services here. So instead of that, we use something called docker compose up. And docker compose up allows us to bring up all the services that we have listed here. And it will define all the services running by their container name, as we have here. And right now, even though we only have one service, our backend API, it's enough to show that it's working and how we can now add more things to this file. Now, you may notice one issue here, and that is the fact that anytime we make a change to our file, like when we added Morgan, we had to rebuild everything, rerun everything to get us up and running. For example, if I go to server.js and let's say in here, I'll just do a console.log of check. This doesn't refresh. NodeMon isn't really watching this change because these files that I changed is on my local machine, not on the container. But there's a way for us to fix this problem. If we go back to Docker Compose, I can add volume. And within the volumes, I can give it my current directory on my local machine, in which case will be this, the root directory, and we want it to be mapped to the working directory that we have in the container right here. And if you remember, volumes allows us access to the file system of the Docker container, where the Docker container is. So this way, by copying or by having these files mapped to where the container is, the container file system is going to see the changes and update NodeMon. So let's save here. I'm going to close and again run npm or docker compose up -- build. I get the check command, but that's because I rebuilt it. If I change this to, look at that. It's listening to changes now. And I can update my file and the Docker container is going to update with it. Volumes is a bit of a complex topic, and I'll leave a nice resource for you to read. But just think of volumes as a way to have a connection or mounting whatever we have on our computer to the Docker container. But for now, we have some nice setup with the backend. I think we need to add our Postgres finally. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.